That was a fantastic presentation you just gave us about quality in wine. Can you just sum it up a little for all the poor people who weren't here today?
Yes, we've been looking at how we assess wine quality, and we began by obviously looking at tasting and the aspects of tasting which will manifest themselves when it comes to quality wines, and certain misconceptions people often have. For example, we looked at brightness in a wine, does that indicate quality? And one of the things we discussed was that wines that are acidified will naturally look very, very bright as the light is reflected off the surface. But many other aspects as well. We were particularly looking at aspects of complexity in the wines, and the one key factor that indicates quality very often, the length, the finish of the wine.
Yeah.
Then obviously we looked at what flaws can destroy wines that basically should be of very high quality. Suddenly some little thing creeps in, could happen in the wine production, could happen after the wine has been bottled. And we discussed a couple of the growing flaws or faults, depending on your viewpoint, including Brettanomyces, the rogue yeast that gives either the horse or elastoplast flavours, and also we looked at reductivity, a growing problem with hydrogen sulfide, those sort of stinky bad egg flavours, and also the captans, which give that rotten cabbage sweaty flavour. And so they seem to be getting more common nowadays.
Don't they just?
And then we looked at really how we can be sure of wine quality. Do things like big brands guarantee us consistency, or can they guarantee us quality? Quality control systems like ISO 9001 sounds very tedious, indeed it is. How do winemakers build in quality, and what are the constraints? And one of the main constraints, apart from where you are, if you're not in the right climate or on the right terroir, one of the main constraints is usually money. You know, how much can you sell your wine for, especially when those buyers, you know, really get very, very greedy. In fact, there's an old trade joke that I always love of the buyer from a well-known supermarket, his nose in the wine in good depth, and he looks at the producer and says, I really would love to take this wine, but it's just lacking in margin. And that's a growing problem, of course, as the gatekeepers, it's the retailers have the power these days.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you very interestingly pointed out right at the beginning, quality and consistency are often confused for the same thing, but hardly ever are the same thing.
Very much.
It was a fabulous seminar. Thank you very much indeed. I'd actually be very, very keen to come again, perhaps in a year or so's time, and have another go. So thank you very much for giving your time.
Thanks, great. Can I just say I really enjoy your blog as well. It is certainly one of the most readable blogs, which is what it's about to say. Wine should be drinkable and blogs should be readable, and you get 101% the score on that.
Well, bless you. And folks, I didn't pay him to say that.
Not at all.
Thanks very much, Keith.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Cheers.